Hello and happy Friday, everybody. This is Grace here at the Comfy Nest with Grace, and I'm coming to you live today. I have a 30-minute segment as part of the Cardboard Craft Day in Craft Round the Clock. This is totally my jam. As a mixed media person, mixed media lover, I love using all kinds of things. And I love to recycle things. And everybody's got a little bit of cardboard. I don't know if it's your cereal boxes, or I love that Tracy today used a Velveeta cheese box to make something darling. We can use what we got on hand to make beautiful things. So I actually, when I was coming through and trying to prepare for today, I realized, I actually have to be super creative here because I don't have all the supplies that I need. So let's take a look at how it worked out for me. I'm gonna use this. I want to use the frame, and this was the artwork that was in the frame. So I'll get to that in a minute. I want to see if I can get everybody's comments. There's Diana. Hello, Diana. Thanks for being here. Those of you who are coming in new here at the Comfy Nest, welcome, welcome. A warm, crafty chicks welcome from not only me, my name is Grace, but everybody in the group, everybody here in our little community. If you're coming in from Craft Round the Clock group, huge welcome. If you're not in the Craft Round the Clock group, get to my description when we're done here and make sure you join, because that's where you're going to find all 30 presenters in today's event. It's an all-day event. Every 30 minutes, someone new coming on. So let's get to my project because, like I said, we got 30 minutes. Kim says, I loved last night's class. Whoop, whoop. Kimberly is a member of the Napkin Lovers Club. Kimberly, I love seeing what you guys are doing with that project from last night. So thank you for saying so. That means a lot to me. Hello, Kathy. How are you? Vicky's here and Jennifer. Okay, thank you for fluffing the nest, Miss Jennifer. I appreciate you so much. Okay, hi Rita. All right, so this is a project that we did in the Craft Therapy Club. So this workshop, if you wanted to paint this, once you're a member of that club, you can find in the guides, very organized, a full library of workshops. There are probably over 70 workshops in that group from the almost 4 years that group has been in existence, plus all the guest creators that we have in there every month. Anyway, we did this in the Craft Therapy Club, and I put it on. This was a thrift store frame that I purchased years ago, and I painted it and made it. I love really soft colors. So I painted it, and I want to use this for... This is my inspiration for today. This darling bunny. I just want to get this bunny on something. I love the bunny more than anything on this design. This is a Chalk Couture design, Cottontail Market, established 1945. And then underneath it says, every bunny welcome. I want this bunny on a canvas for my house for spring. So here is my dilemma. The bunny fits perfectly in this frame. And the frame is a great color for spring. I thought, perfect, right? Well, I pulled this out of the back of the frame. And it's a canvas, and it's an 11 by 14 canvas, and I don't have any more. I don't have a single canvas this size in my house. So I grabbed some poster board. We had to get real creative today. I almost used cardboard, but I felt like the poster board is more solid, and it gives me a nice flat background to paint on. So earlier today, I created this background. I actually used a huge variety of paints that matched this napkin. So I put this napkin from the Napkin Lovers Club. It's embedded into, see the little flowers? This napkin, I glued it into the background as I was painting it in a variety of places. So it has a very spring vibe. Not necessarily just Easter, but it does have a very spring vibe. And this background technique, it took me about 30 minutes to do this. Had to do it before we went live today together. So in the 30 minutes, I recorded it though, and that background technique is going to be posted in my paid membership groups, both the Craft Therapy Club and the Napkin Lovers Club, since we used one of their napkins today. That will be posted today. So the bunny is going to fit perfectly on here, but I did not want to put the bunny directly on this background. I want the bunny to pop up, make it a little 3D. So that's where my cardboard comes in. I took one of, what is it called? The flaps from a box. I just got some new supplies in for my shop at thecomfynestwithgrace.com. And I took one of the flaps from the box. I peeled off the label and everything. I have my mailing address on it. I'm going to use this to put this bunny on. So let's get painting. We're going to paint this so that it's a pretty backdrop for that bunny design. So I'm going to go brown. I'm just going to grab some brown paints and we're going to quickly paint this cardboard to use it as like a 3D backdrop for that design. Isn't it gorgeous, Gia? I'm so thrilled with the way that turned out, and I'll be sharing it with you guys in the membership groups by the end of today. I have it all edited, all ready to go. I had to, just before I went live, I had to run into town, and there's a big event for our local 4-H here in town this weekend, and my son's going to be helping out on Sunday morning. But our family signed up to donate hot dog buns and Solo cups for the concessions. So I had to run out and go get those things and drop them off at the 4-H office at our local courthouse building. So I did that, but it took me about an hour to go out and run those errands. Otherwise, I would have had that video posted earlier today. But I promise those girls in my paid membership group that you'll get that background some point today if you want to try to create that. And I always encourage the girls to work in your art journals. Like, if doing that kind of technique to create that kind of background is new or intimidating to you, the 30-minute video walks you right through how to do it. And I suggest that you do it in an art journal because there's no pressure, no stress. It's a great place to practice. And then if it turns out beautiful, you can put something in your art journal. If you don't love it, you can paint right over it and you're not out anything because it's just paper. Okay, see what I'm doing here? All I want is a brown bunny. That's all I'm doing. So I'm just painting the background with some brown paints and I'm mixing. I need more than I thought. The cardboard is sucking up the paint, right? It's paper, it's absorbent, it's porous. So it's like sucking up the paint. I did not, I could have gessoed it before, like put on primer on the cardboard beforehand, but I didn't. I thought, well, we can save a step here. I'll just use a little more paint. Then if I had gessoed, I would have used less paint. But I'm just using, the inexpensive craft paint, so I'm not worried about using it up. You can't wait to watch the video, Cheryl. Well, yay! It is so gorgeous. It turned out so beautiful, you guys, and it's really much simpler to do than you would think. I'll walk you right through it. I'll walk you right through it, friends. But of course, you can use any background you want. The way I'm going to do this, I'm going to put the bunny on the cardboard and then we're going to cut it out kind of like it's own little die cut. I don't have a wood laser cutter, so I can't cut that wood shape and I wouldn't be able to find a wood bunny shape exactly like this design, right? I would have to have someone custom cut it for me with a laser cutter for that to use those wood cutouts. Well, I don't have that. Chocator was selling them this week, but they sold out like within hours, the cutouts, the bunny cutouts, the wood cutouts. So I thought, you know what? I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm just going to create my own little cutout with a piece of cardboard. Since today is cardboard day. We're using cardboard to make pretty things. Okay, see, the reason I'm using the two different colors of brown is because I want the background of the bunny to have a little variety. I don't want it to be just solid brown. That's just boring to me. Plus, in nature, the bunny isn't going to be one solid color, most likely. So we're just giving it a quick paint job here. Now, the thing is, when I want to chalk over this, I'm going to want to protect this paint. It's newly painted. It has not cured at all. I'm going to have to force it to dry. So I'm going to want to put a top coat of some sort on this paint job to protect the paint from pulling up off of the cardboard when I do the chalking. So we're going to dry it, and then I think I'm going to use wax. I'm going to use the surface wax. You could use Mod Podge. You could use any top coat protector that you want, but I think I'm just going to use wax. Doesn't matter to me that if my edges are missed because he's not going to hit. He's not even going to get to the edges, and we're going to cut that all off anyway. Hey, Missy, how are you? Thank you, Lori. I'm so glad you like it. It turned out so lovely. I'm just thrilled with it, but thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Sue, thanks for following. You guys, Sue, you made my day. Anytime you can support a creative by following our page, commenting on our lives, commenting on our posts, as silly as it sounds, hitting that little like button on anything that we share really, really helps us, because what it shows, this is how social media works. What it shows, if a lot of people hit a like button, like on this video, please hit the like button, or the love button, even better. But when you hit that button, it shows Facebook that, oh my gosh, there are people out there enjoying this. Maybe we should show it to more people. So the more people that do that, the more we're kind of shared out in the algorithm, and we show up on more people's feeds. People like you and me who like to create and craft and be artsy fartsy like we are. So anytime you want to support someone, but maybe they don't have a product for sale right now. Maybe they're not selling their finished goods. Maybe they don't have workshops or paid membership groups. Or even if we do, I have a paid membership group, 2 of them. I have workshops. I do sell supplies, craft supplies on my website, thecompanynestwithgrace.com. You can get the napkins, the rice papers, the decoupage glue, so many things over there. But if you're not going to shop that way, you can always support us just by liking, following, and commenting. Those 3 things, they help so much. So thank you, Sue, and to everybody who's hitting that follow button, hitting that like button, commenting, chatting with us in the comments. It's so much fun. Hi, Dolly. Pat Rhodes, she says, I'm a new watcher and I'm following. Go, Pat. Go, Pat. I appreciate you. Hey, Phyllis. All right, Debbie Lee. Oh, thanks for saying that it's pretty. Okay, it's not quite dry. It's not quite dry. I'm going to hit it a little more, and then we're going to use the surface wax. So let's talk about the surface wax. It's furniture wax. That's all it is. It's just a furniture wax. This one is clear. Minwax has a furniture wax. All of the furniture paint companies, like Annie Sloan was the one I used most often. They all have their own waxes, but you can go to, we have Menards, it's like Lowe's and Home Depot, and buy a clear furniture wax, and it would do the same thing. The thing with buying it at like a store like that is you're going to get a huge vat of it. It's going to be big because it's assuming you're doing lots of furniture or wood walls or tables, and that you have lots of projects to work on. I barely use wax. I hardly ever use it. So I like the tin from Chalk Couture because it's only 2.5 ounces. I probably opened this a year ago, you guys, and look how much I still have left because I use it infrequently. So if you don't wax everything, buy the smallest can you can. No pun intended. Buy the smallest can possible. You want it to be soft, and you want to be able to spread it. See what we're going to do? We're just going to push it into that paint and spread it. I'm going to move this so I can reach it better and spread it out. We're just going to, it's like putting lotion on your hands. It's like a little protective barrier. So I'm going to push it into that painted surface, and it's going to put a protective barrier between my sticky transfer, my reusable transfer, the little bunny, and the paint. Particularly because my paint was just put on there. You saw me do it. And the paint hasn't cured it all yet. It hasn't had any time to cure or harden up. And we don't want it to come up with the sticky backing of the transfer. So if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. If I can see those comments, I'll answer them. I'll do my best to answer them. All right, we've got lots of wax on there. I want to check and make sure that he's going to fit. Yeah, that I've waxed enough space. I'm going to come to a clean place on this paper towel, somewhere where there's no wax, here on this back side. And now I'm going to buff it. What I'm doing here is just rubbing it in a little further. I'm going to put it on a flat surface, actually. Rubbing it in a little bit further. And the more you rub, the shinier the sheen gets. It gets a little more shiny, which can be lovely. But it's really pushing it in and making sure we don't have too much of it on there. There's not excess. Okay, and what I love about wax, it gives like this smooth, buttery feel to your project, which is really fun. All right, let's see what everybody's saying, asking. Oh my gosh, look at all these comments. I love it. Oh, Debbie, thank you for saying that. You're so sweet. Amy says, I can't wait for the background project. You're going to see it inside the groups later today. Hi, Marcia. The Vintage Pebble, she says, this has been an amazing day. I'll have to catch some on replay because I still have my granddaughter, but it's so fun. I've been doing the same thing. I've been in and out catching everybody's projects. I have the benefit being here toward the end of the day. because well, I think that's a benefit is because I've been able to watch what everybody's been doing. And I planned this yesterday, but I actually had an altered book project. I was going to use cardboard with that. That was an idea I had, the altered book. I also, well, I had like 3 projects that I was like, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. So I've been watching everybody else's today just so that I wouldn't duplicate if I could possibly avoid it. I didn't want to duplicate what everybody is doing. All right, we got this adorable transfer that says every bunny welcome. What I'm doing right now, you can see it's sticky. It's a sticky transfer. These are reusable adhesives, just like Magnolia has, but this is the Chalk Couture brand. Did you know that another brand of these type of stencils, Martha Stewart has some. Did you guys know that? I've seen them at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and before Chalk Couture came out, I bought a couple of hers. I don't think she does a ton of them, like not nearly the variety that Chalk Couture has, but do you know that? Isn't that a funky thing? Martha Stewart. I actually love her products, her craft products. Okay, I'm really praying. Look at how sticky it is still, girls. Now, I was just using a clean rag. It's called a fuzzing cloth. That's what I was using to fuzz this. But you guys, you can use your shirt. You can use your jeans. You can use your apron. You can use a clean towel, a rag. It does not matter. Just get a little bit of fuzz on the back of this because you want, this is brand new. You want to lessen the stickiness of it, believe it or not. The fuzz will wash off the back when I wash the transfer. When I'm done using it, I'll wash it with warm water and let it air dry, and then I'll put it back on its backing so I can use it again. But that little bit of fuzz really helps, again, with that protective barrier so that doesn't stick so hard to your cardboard that it rips it up. You don't want to rip the cardboard when the transfer comes up. So we're really giving it a good fuzz, girls. We're really fuzzing today. Hi from Arizona, Miss Brenda. Hey, Bobby. Hello, hello. Dee's Flips. What a funny name. Farmhouse Glitter. Hey there. Hi there. I loved everything I bought in her line. Didn't know she had things like that. You know, Gia, I've seen them at, and when I bought mine, I think it was at Michael's. I told you guys, Michael's is my favorite store. When I bought mine, I think it was at Michael's. So maybe check your local Michael's. Look at you guys. Did I not plan that perfectly? That bunny fits so perfectly on there. Now, I'm not using any of the words. I'm not using the flowers on the side. I just want the bunny's body. That's all I want is this little bunny. So I'm going to press down on the bunny, and I have to decide on a color. I was originally thinking I would use this camel color, which is like a light brown. And then I thought there's so much green in the background, and there's green, like there's tones of green in the background in the flowers and in my paint. And then the frame is green. So then I was thinking maybe I should use a light green. So this is called Dune. This isn't quite green. The Dune would be really neutral. I'm going to go with Dune just to be safe. It's more neutral than the green. And it kind of has like almost like a straw, like a sea. I have a paint called Sea Straw, I think, and it kind of reminds me of that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to push the paste with a squeegee through the silk screen transfer. I don't want to hit the K, the letters. I just want the bunny. There's a little divot right there. Oh my gosh. In the cardboard, there's a little divot. So we're going to see if I have a little pool of paste right there where it's just going to sit. So this is the thing when you do this kind of crafting with these silk screen transfers, the smoother the flatter your surface, the better. But don't let it stop you. We're going to do the cardboard. It'll work out just fine. We're going to chalk him, and then we're going to cut him out, and we're going to glue him. I don't know if I'm going to glue it or how I'm going to attach it, but we're going to attach it to that background that I created. Look at how cute. These are absolutely brand new. From a new manufacturer, these actual transfers are new. They're much thinner than the other manufacturer, and they're easier to clean, and they're easier to spread the paste over because the top is smoother than the other one used to be. You guys, look at our little bunny. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. Here. Look at the details. little bits of fur. You wouldn't think you could get all that. Let's check out our divot. Here's our little divot where you can see there's a little like, it goes like a divot right there. So I have a little bit extra paste there, but it didn't bleed through. It just pulled up right there. But I don't think when that's hanging on the wall, anyone's going to see it, right? Nobody's going to notice that. All right, let's dry it up and then we're going to cut her out and stick it on and we're done. This project, isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? Thanks so much. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm going to get a big old honking pair of scissors so I can cut this cardboard. Cutting cardboard, I don't know if you noticed today, because some of the girls were doing little tiny bunnies. I saw some people doing really tiny bunnies and carrots, really darling projects. The thinner your cardboard, the easier it'll be to cut, if you can imagine. So either make sure you have really hefty scissors if you're going to cut through thick cardboard, or peel down the layers like you've been seeing the girls do all day. Peel down some layers and get down to the thinner cardboard. You can buy corrugated cardstock at Michael's. It's expensive though, you guys. For a 5x5 sheet, it can be anywhere from between $3 and $5 for one sheet. Oh, not 5x5, a 12x12. It can be anywhere from $3 to $5 depending on if it's for sale. So you can buy corrugated sheets, but they're expensive. So just make your own. This is the corrugated part, right? Just rip off that top. And if you're having trouble ripping it off, a water bottle is your best friend. Spray the top, the part that you're trying to take off, with water. Let it sit for a few minutes and it should peel right off. So easy, so easy. You love that color, Phyllis? Hello, Elizabeth. Hey, Kimberly. Oh, it's adorable. I'm so glad you like it. These honkin' scissors, they're Fisker's Power Arc. Let's see. Oh, yeah, baby. We're not messing around now. I'm going to cut that off. I sometimes do it in sections. I'm just going to cut like almost like there's a little bit, it's like sewing. There's a 1/4 inch seam allowance around my whole bunny. I'm going to cut a little bit of the cardboard, keeping it. I'm not trying to get too close to the bunny, to the lighter color, the outline of the bunny. You see, I'm leaving a little bit of a frame around his face and all that. He's probably still a little wet, so I better be careful about what I touch here. And before, whoa, that got really close to his cheek. Before I cut off the bottom, I think I better leave this little bit right here. How am I going to do this, Gracie? Oh, no, I don't even need to leave that. I was thinking, how am I going to get between his ears? It's so small. I'm going to approach this from both angles. All right, we got this, girls. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I think that the paste is still just a tish wet, but for the sake of time, we're moving on. We're going to do it. Oh my goodness. All right, now all we got to do is glue it down. I was going to also, we'll see here. Let's see what we get through. Yes, I wanted this yellow streak. This is just personal. I knew that I had put this yellow streak on this. Let me make this bigger for you guys. Let's see if we can, how can I make this? So, nope, we want to do this. Yes, this yellow streak here. I wanted at the top. I don't know why. That's just what I wanted. OMG, it looks like a chocolate bunny. Doesn't it look like a chocolate bunny? OMG. You guys, I was actually going to put, let's see. This is probably still wet. Hang tight, girls. I was going to take, I think that's still a little wet, so I got to be careful. But I was going to take every bunny welcome, and I was going to put it down here. It will just fit right down here if I chalk that on there. Should we do it? And then we got plenty of room for him. So I have put the backing back on the transfer, but I'm going to put that down there. And I was kind of thinking like a dark red would be nice. Do we have time? I got 6 minutes. I can get through this. I can do it. I can do it. Dee's flips. She says, I thought that looked like a chocolate bunny too. Look at that. Crazy town. Crazy town. Okay. I think this is going to work. I think I can get every bunny welcome underneath there because it's just one little line of font. And is this the color I want? I think this is the color I want because there's a little bit of it in my florals. I'm not going to overthink it. Now here's the scary part. I did not put any wax on this background that I made. So let's hope this doesn't stick too strongly and rip my background this last minute. Yes, let's do it. Let's see. Okay. When you're working with these are erasable paste. On non-porous surface, you can erase this paste off of a chalkboard. We're using it on porous surfaces like cardboard and painted poster board, but you can erase it. Let's see. Oh my word, girls. Oh my goodness. Is that not darling? Are you kidding me with that? Everybody welcome. To pick up on the little bit of the red in the florals, it's like a dark pinkish red, and this color is called pomegranate. So it's like a really dark pink, almost a red. Tony says, yes! Gina Lamonica is asking, did you show how you did the background? The background took me a half hour to do. So I did it earlier, and I did record it. So let me so you guys can see me again. I did record it, and it's going to be posted today, by the end of today, in both the Napkin Lovers Club and the Craft Therapy Club, my 2 paid membership groups. Isn't it so darn cute? Look at the background, you guys. Look at that background. Let's get him glued on there, and then we'll put it in the frame. We have 4 minutes. We can do this. We're going to use some good old-fashioned tacky glue. You can use, I'm not a fan of a hot glue gun. I just don't like working with them. I don't even keep it at my desk anymore. I'm going to use some old-fashioned craft glue here. Any kind of glue that you have is going to glue paper to paper, really. I'm going to put a really liberal amount there. Let's get him on right in the middle. And, you know, if there was no time limit, I would just sit here holding this for a few minutes, but let's get it in the frame so you can see it. Look at this, you guys. I'm so happy with it. I'm afraid if I flip him over to put him in the frame, he's gonna pop right off that because he's not quite dry yet. But we got to give you the frame shot. Hold on, girls. You know what? These little staples that they put behind, this is a thrift store frame that I painted years ago. And those little staples that they put in the back, they can sometimes get in your way. You know, they hold your project in place. Eek, you guys, do you like it? Thrift store frame. Poster board from the Dollar Tree that I painted. Cardboard just from a mailer box that we chalk-a-toured on, and then we chalk-a-toured every bunny welcome underneath. I think it's absolutely darling, and I hope you like it just as much as I do. You guys, I love to teach techniques. I'm absolutely passionate about it. I love to, like, my hope is that you will enjoy creating and crafting as much as I do. It's a therapy for me of sorts, and I love to get in my room and just kind of get lost in paints and glues and stickers and all the things. I just love all the things. And I want you guys to have that same joy. So I love to share. I'm passionate about teaching you guys techniques and getting as excited about trying new things and using new things in your crafting and creative life. And I hope you'll follow, because I would love to have you as part of that journey with me. My name is Grace here at the Comfy Nest with Grace. I go live every Tuesday night for sure. It's called Late Night Crafting at 9 p.m. Central. But you'll find me throughout the week live regularly inside both my membership groups, the Craft Therapy Club and the Napkin Lovers Club, and here on the page. Get on my Telegram channel if you want to know when I'm going live, because I always do alerts there. And please follow the page and make sure you're getting notifications. I thank every single one of you for being here with me today. It's been an absolute honor to spend this 30 minutes with you, and I don't take that lightly. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed weekend. Go catch the next crafter inside the Craft Round the Clock group. This event happens all day long. There are 30 presenters overall. And if you missed some of the earlier ones, or if you missed some of the later ones, because life is busy, you'll find the video replays in the Craft Round the Clock group. and you'll find them in the feature tab today. So they're going to be really easy for you guys to find. Many blessings. Take care.